Hey guys, Ben Glenn here, and this morning I dove into an article published by StudyLeadership.com titled 9 Things That Successful People Do Differently. The article is written by Heidi Grant Halverson, and I gotta admit, I'm becoming a fan of the things that this woman writes. She has put out some amazing things. The first thing that successful people do differently from everybody else is that they are specific about their goals. Now, this first habit I found to be very interesting because, as most of you know, I have ADHD. I struggle with the details. I know what I want for the most part, and it's big and it's broad, but yet when it comes down to trying to figure out the how, I battle. And if you're like me, I think the next step for us in trying to create this habit in our life is to collaborate. Find somebody who can come in and ask you those really direct, specific questions that help you narrow down why you want to achieve this goal. I believe when somebody who has as many ideas as I do collaborates with a detail-oriented individual, now we can put together a successful plan. Now we can get more specific. For me, that happens to be my wife. Now, if you don't have a significant other, I recommend a coach or a friend who understands your situation and the way your mind works. And so sometimes when I come to my wife with a new idea, her job is basically to say, hey, don't lose focus on the things that you are already pursuing. But then there are times where I'll share a goal with her, and she will see the passion and the excitement that I have for that goal, and the questions begin to come. I'll give you an example. Most of you know that I've got a great love for Lego, and if you don't know it, you can probably just tell by the background in my office. And about a year ago, I came up with this idea called Build It Again Brick. I was all excited and I went to my wife and I said, I got a new idea. I've got a new goal. I want to try to give away as many Legos as possible to individuals who can never afford Lego because as much as I love them, they are expensive. If there's an idea that I'm extremely passionate about, I figured out her secret. She lets it sit. She waits. She waits for a week. She waits for 2 weeks. And if I come back consistently with this same idea and with the same passion, then she begins to ask the questions that will help get more specific as to why and should we and how could we achieve that goal. And then we began to use a strategy that Heidi talks about in her article called mental contrasting. The first part of mental contrasting is to think about how you will feel when you achieve this goal in great detail. So much so that you almost can taste it, you can feel it. And in feeling that victory, recognizing that it is absolutely something that you want to obtain, you then tackle the second step of mental contrasting, and that is looking at all the potential obstacles that you'll face. And so after lots of questions and lots of discussion, Build It Again Bricks came into existence. She helped set up the website, giveyourbricks.com, and for the last several months, we've been collecting. We've got almost 200 Lego sets, recycled Lego sets, to give away this Christmas. So my suggestion for you is if you've got a great idea or if you've got a goal that you want to achieve, find a way to adapt Heidi's habit number 1. Be specific. If you have ADD and you struggle like me, find a collaborative partner, somebody that can ask you those right questions so that you can be specific, because when you're specific, you've got direction. When you've got direction, there are steps to be taken. Hey, this is Ben Glenn, and it's all about doing one thing. Keep moving forward. God bless.